Late last week, there was a worldwide tech outage that affected everything from airports to banks to healthcare. Flights were grounded across the US. The big question? What actually happened? The source of all these problems seems to be a popular cybersecurity company called CrowdStrike and its flagship software product Falcon Sensor. Apparently, a defect in an update to Falcon Sensor caused any Windows computer with the software to crash. Reports of IT problems began late Thursday and early Friday in Australia, and then became more widespread as the rest of the world began its working day. Now, your personal devices probably weren't affected because most consumers aren't using CrowdStrike software. Also, the defect didn't seem to affect Mac or Linux machines. However, CrowdStrike says it has 29,000 corporate customers, including half of the Fortune 500, 43 of the 50 US states, and 8 out of the top 10 tech companies. Its software is using cash registers at grocery stores, departure clocks at airports and train stations, airline ticketing and scheduling and check-in systems, work-issued laptops, and more. With some of these network systems, the failure of a single Windows computer could bring the whole network to a halt. By the way, there was also an outage on Microsoft's cloud platform Azure at the same time, but the company said it was unrelated. In a social media post, CrowdStrike CEO George Kurtz said this was not a security or cyber incident. He also said, quote, "We understand the gravity of the situation and are deeply sorry for the inconvenience and disruption." Now, if you're old enough, there's a natural instinct to compare this to Y2K.
There still exists a general state of either denial, complacency, or even apathy about both the reality and the potential effects of Y2K.
When everyone predicted that there'd be widespread computer issues due to the way some programs track dates. But in fact, this feels like a reversal of Y2K, which was all hype with very few major problems. The CrowdStrike outage came out of nowhere and caused big problems. It's safe to say there'll be a lot more discussion about this in the coming weeks, as everyone from the government to private companies try to wrap their head around how an issue with a single piece of software could cause so much damage. We'll see you tomorrow.